Over the years, I've argued that the quantum field and quantum field theory is the most successful theory in physics at the moment. I've argued that the quantum field is actually the modeling of the quantum field, of the consciousness field. So, once again, I have argued that the quantum field is the modeling of the consciousness field, that they're both actually constructs of a deeper reality. So let me explore this idea with you right now, that the quantum field and the consciousness field are probably complementarities. Okay, complementarities. And they are complementarities of a deeper reality, which we'll find out what that is. I'm sure you can already guess. So let's understand this, or try to understand it, that the quantum field and the consciousness field are complementarities. They are actually different ways of describing or experiencing the same underlying essence. One through language of science, and the other through the language of direct experience and spirituality. So, in quantum mechanics, the principle of complementarity was introduced by Niels Bohr, who suggested. Niels Bohr is often regarded as, not often, is regarded as one of the pioneers of quantum mechanics. He was more an idealist, and he and Einstein constantly argued, because Einstein was what they call a realist. In any case, this idea of complementarity was introduced by Niels Bohr, who suggested that phenomena like wave and particle behavior are not contradictory but complementary aspects of a single reality. So, what I'm suggesting right now is that the quantum field and the consciousness field can be seen as complementary descriptions of existence. Once again, complementary descriptions of existence, not existence. So one emphasizes the measurable dynamic interactions of energy and matter, which is the quantum field, while the other highlights the subjective, ineffable nature of awareness. So, from a non-dual perspective, these fields are not separate but arise from the same indivisible ground. The quantum field represents the external manifestation of reality, the patterns and structures we observe in space-time, while the consciousness field represents its internal dimension, the awareness through which all phenomena are known. And together they form a holistic view where inner and outer are reflections of one whole. But actually, when we really know that there are no boundaries in the universe at the deeper level, then even inner and outer become inadequate as explanations. In any case, the relationship between the quantum field and consciousness field is not one of opposition or hierarchy, but mutual interdependence or entanglement. In non duality, there is no fundamental separation, as I've mentioned many times, between observer and observed. Both arise simultaneously as expressions of the same reality. So, this mirrors insights from quantum mechanics, where observation influences the behavior of particles. But in non duality, the observed particles and the mode of observation are all in superposition till collapse or decoherence. So the complementarities between these fields, quantum and consciousness, can be framed as follows. The quantum field represents objective reality characterized by energy fluctuations, probabilities, and measurable phenomena. The consciousness field represents subjective reality characterized by awareness, perception, and direct experience. Together, they reveal that reality is both so-called out there as the physical process and in here as conscious experience. Not entirely accurate because both the body, which seems, and the mind, which seem in here, and the out there are actually fluctuations of that deeper reality that we then model as the consciousness field and the quantum field. But fundamental reality transcends this dualistic thinking by recognizing that all apparent opposites, such as quantum fields and consciousness fields, are ultimately unified. Complementarities in this framework do not imply separation, but entanglement, or let's say interconnection. The quantum field and consciousness field are not two distinct entities, but different expressions or perspectives on one infinite presence. Infinite presence. So, why try to understand this? I think this has profound implications for how we approach science, philosophy, and spirituality. Number one, integration. It encourages an integrated worldview where scientific inquiry into the quantum phenomena complements spiritual experiences of consciousness. Number two, interconnectedness, entanglement, interbeingness, as Thich Nhat Hanh said, we are interbeings that interarise in the inter-isness. So this idea suggests that our subjective experiences are inseparable from objective reality, or so-called objective reality. A realization that fosters greater harmony between self and the appearance of the world. And then wholeness. It invites us to move beyond fragmented thinking to embrace reality as a seamless whole where all distinctions dissolve. So these complementarities point us toward the realization that there's no division, only one infinite presence expressing itself in myriad forms. And that one infinite presence is you, not as the body-mind, but that which knows the body, mind, and the world as complementary expressions of itself, which are also recycling and evolving. If you find this useful, let me know and share it with your friends if you want.